Why did you unwind it?
It fell off.
Oh, silly man.
You are witnessing
Noddy Radio.
Welcome to Numpty FM.
Yeah, Numpty FM.
they're fine. They've given me a cup of tea, so I'm happy.
You're looking after you.
Are we all good to go?
She doesn't know about the kidnapping afterwards, and
The
so
kidnapping.
we're taking her to a rival production crew and sending Ian
I know.
ransom notes, you know, on this.
When he came to get me, he came to the door. I
Is that
said
even
to
working?
Jim, "It's not gonna hold."
Is that?
Oh yes.
Oh.
Alrighty. Is that okay for you? It's okay for me. Is it okay for you?
Yeah, let's see what the levels are like.
Let's see. Yeah, when he came to the house to pick me up, he came inside and I said, "Joe, get a good look, just in case you have to report him to the police."
Which one's this one?
Not back by a certain time. There you go.
Well, you're a very trusting lady. Just the guy out of the blue contacts you. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. No problems.
I'm a sucker for a
checks.
sob story.
Do you just want to do a mic check on that one?
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. How you doing?
Yeah. Well, what I'll do is I'll turn that one up high, and I'll turn.
Oh, you want me closer?
And I'll turn. Yeah, a little bit closer.
Closer.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I need to try this one from this side as well. Or
What I'll do is,
How about
if
that?
we go
mid, like that.
mid,
Okay.
yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test.
Hello.
3, 4, 3, 4. Shut
Yes.
Tameside Radio.
103.6 FM.
It's the Thimmy Q
They've
Show.
done that before.
Rightio.
See, that's the other thing. You know, people go on about the English language, but really, Q-U-A-Y.
Key.
Exactly. Does that make any sense?
No.
It's not phonetically right, is it? And who says X-Y-Z? It's X-Y-Z. I know it's...
These Americans,
That's it,
right?
That's
Come
right.
over here,
I-
stealing our producers, dissing our language, taking our cups of tea.
It's,
Oh, that's my cup of coffee.
it's
There it
not
is.
a diss, but who says JZ? And it rhymes XYZ, not Z.
Do you think the same as me? We should just terminate this now.
Listen, I've had, oh gosh, how many years dealing with English people, please? I'm ready.
I'm
You're
Italian.
welcome.
I'm ready.
I'm Italian
welcome.
descent, me. So.
I'm Irish, so you know, we're kicking it now.
This is my second home, I'll have you know.
Oh, you got. I might have to bring that one down a bit.
Hello. Oh,
Shall I try that again?
hello.
Do you want to do a? Oh, mind you, we can do a semi an
Quick
intro
run.
for us afterwards, can't we?
Yeah,
All right,
what-
well, this would normally be my speaking voice,
Yes.
so I'm not going to change it.
That's okay. That. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, you just have it.
Okay, 1, 2. Hello, good evening, welcome. This is Jase Crawley.
And this is DJ Simi, and we're joined by the one and only.
MsDebbieSharp from Dream Academy. Hello, welcome to the studio.
Dream Academy.
Dream Academy.
Dream
let's do that.
Frequency.
Oh,
Yeah, so Debbie, tell us about those vocals on there, live in a northern town.
What a
How did you?
good
I said Dream Academy in the car. Can you just rewind that?
Oh no, I'm keeping that bad boy going. Oh, I got you now.
I was pulling your plonker. Shall we start again from
I told you, it's real. It's real.
It's putting me off now, dissing the language. That's the problem.
But I do know that you know who I am, so I'm not worried.
I do know who you are. Right, should we go?
Yep. Hi, this is DJ Simi,
And this is Jase Crawley.
and we're joined by the one and only.
MsDebbieSharp from Dream Frequency. Debbie,
Yes.
welcome to the studio.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm just fine, thank you. How are you?
Very good. How are you finding our lovely English weather at the minute?
Well, I'm used to it. When I come over, I'm used to the rain, so it's not a real surprise. I've had hail as well, so I'm used to the rainy days and Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays.
Are you based over there? Or are you actually based in the US?
I'm home. I'm based in the U.S.
Yeah.
But I come over. It just depends on Ian and the work, who wants to see us, and the big festivals and things like that. But I am actually based in the U.S.
And have you had a busy year this year?
It hasn't been too bad. It's been really good. Been getting the love from everybody, and come over. This is my second time over this year. Came over earlier the part of the summer, and I'm back again. Can you believe it? And I'm here till the 1st of October.
And what events have you actually done over the past year?
Oh wow! Now you're asking me things that I, all right. Retro tracks we did.
Ah, yeah.
The big one, yeah.
Mr.
we-
Kenyon.
That was great. That
Yeah.
was absolutely fantastic. We also did, oh gosh, the Silky. Oh, well, it was in Cumbernauld in Glasgow. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
But we did flashback. In fact, we had 2 flashbacks. The first flashback was we were supposed to be in Leeds at the refectory.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, that was canceled at the last minute. And Rob Tessera, Ann Savage, Russ Richardson, and Mark Wilkie decided we'll still have an event. We just have to find a place.
Cool.
Rob found a place, Stinky's Peep House. And, and we literally agreed to just put it out there, just charge £5, get the people in, and it was the best night ever. The next day, I had no voice. It was that good. Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. So that was the first, what they call a flashback. And it was so good. We had another one on my birthday, which was August the 24th.
Nice.
So that was fantastic as well. So I was showing the love. Hello, Sunshine Crew. Got me a bottle of my favorite, Crown Royal. Don't know where they got it from in England, because you can't get it, Well, I
What's
couldn't.
Crown Royal?
I have to bring this. Oh, what?
I don't even know what it is.
Oh my God.
We live the simple life. We're not superstars.
Okay.
We're
Well,
just simple Englishmen.
Well, they don't sell it here, so this is why you wouldn't. I always bring a bottle over with me, because you can't get it in duty free even.
Yeah.
But yes, it's lovely. I have some at home. We'll give you a shot before we go. It is absolutely, but it's a whiskey. It's lovely. Oh, it's lovely. It's my favorite. And Sunshine Crew got it for me. I was like, great, thank you. And then the following night, we went to Cumbernauld, outside of Glasgow, and I gotta say this because she's absolutely fantastic, my biggest fan ever, Helen Love, and I just got so much love from them up there. It was just, they are my favorite couple, Helen and Brian. So hello, Helen and Brian.
Hey, I think that's indicative of you and the UK anyway, because your history with the UK spans back some years, doesn't it?
Oh gosh, yes, from my military days.
You were in the Air Force, in the US Air Force.
United States Air Force.
So how's the Air Force got you to where you are today then? How did you end up on our shores then with that?
I had the opportunity to re-enlist in the service, which I did. And when you do that, you can sort of pick where you want to go. And my brother was already stationed in England at RAF Lakenheath. And he said, come on over here, you'll love it, you'll love it. And I was like, okay, well, they speak English, so that's a big plus. And I put my orders in and came on over, and I was stationed at RAF Bentwaters, which is near Ipswich.
Right,
and
when was that?
That was when did I come over? In 1980.
Right.
And I wound up staying in the service until 82. I started singing in the service, but the talent show they had, I won that. I had a group and I had a solo act, and we both won and went to the next phase, and I won at the regionals, and we went to the finals in Germany, and I lost to this young lady, but we won't even go there.
We'll take that one off
but literally when you win, you get an opportunity to tour around Europe and entertain the troops. So that was my first time actually, singing and dancing and that sort of thing, and I loved it. I got the bug. I used to sing in church, but you can't really sort of go, thank you, yeah, in church,
Yeah.
So, but that was my introduction to the English way of life when it came to music. I got out, people just showed me love there. I had managers calling and producers calling and record companies calling, and the military, if you have a promising career, then you can petition them for an early release, and that's what happened in my case. And I got out and I signed up. I got a manager, and my first single was a High Energy. That was it back then. Y'all are kind of young, so you might not remember that. But High Energy was it in its day. And I released a High Energy single, and that did okay. And then some other things happened, and just worked with loads of different people.
I think for anybody who wants to witness your High Energy classic, was it I'm On My Way?
I'm on my way.
You can find that on YouTube. I was having a little scan at that. It's not too bad actually. It's quite a nice little funk and groove to it actually.
I'll look for that one.
Oh, listen, I was just so pleased that somebody was going to put some money behind something that I was going to actually go in and do, and then be able to bring out and send to my parents. Oh my God, I wrote a whole story on the front of it. It's like, wait, this was my Academy awards, you know, it's my Grammy, this was it.
I think that's it at the end of the day as well. The difference from sort of like the way it is today in the digital age, not to criticise it, but back in the day, then having a physical product,
Yes.
something that, you know, black, and you can play it, and it's a real thing, you know.
Yeah, nice
With
piece
me,
of vinyl.
You've made it if you've got that out. That
Yeah.
must be the dream for loads.
Unfortunately, nowadays everything gets lost in the internet space. Unfortunately, that's
In
it.
the 3 W's, as my mother would say. In those 3 W's.
Yeah, which is a shame, really. Isn't it?
It is.
The way music has gone nowadays, it is one of the biggest shames, unfortunately.
It is. Again, and I don't know whether it's but it does have an effect with the bands, you know, because we don't have bands anymore like we used to. When I was growing up and a young adult, that was it. We went to concerts like crazy. Everybody did whatever they did
You
live.
can play an instrument as well.
Yeah,
instruments.
you know, and it's like now, no. It's like, oh God, they get out there and they can't do anything. You know, it's if the electricity goes, they're in trouble.
So you got to roll with the
some
punches,
of them
haven't
can't even sing either.
Well,
And yeah, unfortunately.
we won't talk about that.
So you come over to England, then you've was it partitioned yourself away from the US after this
Well, actually,
rush of interest?
I had this rush of interest, musically and romantically as well.
Hey.
And I wound up meeting. I was introduced to. I was in a band with some people in Ipswich, some guys in Ipswich, and one of the other singers introduced me to this young man, and we wound up getting married and all that sort of stuff. So my husband was from Ipswich. Yes, Ipswich Town fan, and consequently we had a couple of children. Ooh, so they're dual citizens. Yay, yay!
Hey.
So they gotta put up with me in this country now. Ooh. But yeah, we did a lot of work with other bands and everything like that. Even my husband would I don't want to say take the youngest one with us on gigs and all that sort of stuff like that. Loved that.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Still made it more family orientated.
Well, with me, yes. And I mentioned that I had a nanny.
Yeah.
That was great, especially with I didn't feel the need before working with Dream Frequency, but with Dream Frequency we had so much. We were on the road so much.
Yeah.
And I did not want to be parted from my kids that, especially at that young age. So Jillian Porter, love her to death. She became a part of my life and my children's lives, and she still is now.
Yeah.
But she actually went on the road everywhere with me when we could, you know, that when you're doing well, people accommodate you, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like, I need to bring my family. Oh, no problem. No
It's almost like the modern way that artists do it now. Anyway, sort of
Yeah,
like
but
the entourage and take them on, and you're doing.
Can
it
I
from
say they take the piss now, though? Is that, you know,
They use the word
they
entourage.
take the mickey.
they take the mickey then. It's, you know, some of the requests, you know, are ridiculous.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Being appreciative is something that, you know, I am, and I don't like to abuse that. You know, I try to accommodate whenever I can, because I'm grateful. I really am.
Yeah.
I didn't mention anything about before, but there was 4 years of my life that I was very, very ill, and my family didn't think I was going to make it. So now I'm so appreciative of everything. Just waking up in the morning, I'm grateful. So if somebody wants to hear me sing, hello. You know, somebody wants something signed, okay. You know, it's, you know, it's got another chance.
And also, it's the people out there who've made you what you are.
Exactly. You know, and
not as well as yourself. You've made. I wasn't meaning.
The voice comes into
but
it
they
somewhere.
keep you going.
Yeah.
They keep you going.
Yeah.
It really does. It humbles me a lot. It really does.
So when I was speaking to you before, it's almost a bit like you've been, for want of a better word, guided towards the UK. You know, you sort of your brothers in
Just like
the
a
UK.
missile.
Well, I'm not saying anything.
Just like a missile, they shot me off. I landed and exploded.
Well, that's it, isn't it? And he's still exploding now. And the UK love you. I mean, it's like when you look at sort of the feedback. Even when you were touring earlier in the year, I saw some fantastic feedback from Facebook, and it's not even feedback's the wrong word. Love.
Yes, I say it all the time. I feel the love. I feel the love.
You give and you receive. We are the UK.
Don't want to get on your bad side, that's for sure.
So how did you and Ian Bland and Dream Frequency cross paths, and at what point was this? How did that actually happen? What was the meeting or?
Well, again, I've been working with lots of different artists, and he heard something that I was on, and via another person through the record label and everything, got a hold of me, and I actually came up to do a session, which is one of the things that that was my bread and butter. Writers and producers had something, and I would go into the studio with sometimes just some lyrics and do a session with them so that they would demo it to someone else, another artist or whatnot, or demo it. They, as a writer, they would use that demo to get a contract or whatever. So that's in the case of Ian, I was actually coming in to do a song that would possibly become a single, but it didn't make a difference to me. I sing the same, whether it's a demo or a single or whatnot. I'm going to give it my everything. And I came up, and we got along really great. Although I'm a Virgo, I get along with everybody. But we got along really great, and he liked some of the stuff that I was putting down, as well as my little ad libs, and that was the start. I did my job, got my pay, went on my way, and got another call. Come back up. This time, I want you to stay a little bit longer. Wound up staying in a little bed and breakfast and everything. It was great. But that's how we met, and obviously once he met me, that was it. You know, he was.
My
it was
quest
like,
is over.
My quest is over. I need to look no further. And he's still to this day stupid self. My African queen, my African queen. Oh, you hear him all the time. He's forever with that iPhone, getting on my nerves. But yes, I'm his African queen.
And 21 years later, you're still going strong.
Still.
21 years. How does that make you feel?
Oh well, good, because I'm still here.
By the way, what was that first song which you actually did record?
I can't remember. It wasn't Feel Surreal. I'm dumbfounded. See, that's why he needs to have his behind over here. I can't remember. Or could that be the medicine that I've used? Honestly, it may not even be one of the ones that we did as a single.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think it was, because I remember when we did Feel Surreal. I remember when we did Take Me. I remember certain other ones I remember, so I don't think he used that one. And again, the way that we worked back then, he would do the song, send it off to the label. They would decide whether or not it was something that right. So, you know, unfortunately, that was how it was then. And when you don't, how do I want to put it? When you don't burst out as big as they want you to in the beginning, then you don't have as much control as you like. Yeah. Which is another reason why he is starting his own label.
Good. Because at least you have full control.
Full control.
And will this new label see the release of any of these previous Dream Frequency tracks, do you reckon? Is there a little sort of safe out there with some golden nuggets waiting for release that no one's ever heard?
I know. Let me put it this way. Feel Surreal will be released.
Okay.
Take Me will be re-released. But not
as the original.
Not as the original, obviously.
Yeah.
Will they come out on his new label? I don't know. I know the first song that's coming out on his new label, and it's me. Yeah.
do you know, with regards to the sounds of the re-release, do you know what type of sound they're going down now? Or is that a secret?
No, I don't think it's. I should say more house.
Right, more of the new house stuff.
Yes.
Right, so like down the lines of like where K-Class have gone.
I won't necessarily say that.
You're an enigma.
I don't like the pigeonhole, you know. and in perfect honesty, I mean, I am not, you know, with the way that I sing and my voice and especially my new voice. This is another thing that I'm sort of.
The new voice.
Yes, because I am.
MsDebbieSharp V2.
Yes, yes. This is more sultry, more soulful, more.
So you can bring a different side of
your
vocals
out. I've had to literally learn to adjust.
Yeah.
My range is nowhere near like it used to be.
Yeah.
But I'm still able to hit some of those things, you know, and I've learned to adapt and adjust, and come out with what I like.
Yeah.
But I don't have any other choice, you know.
Do you actually write the lyrics as well? How does that work for Dream Frequency and the songs that you do?
Previously, no. Actually, the Feel So Real, that line, yeah, he said he loved the way I did an ad-lib, Feel So Real, and that became the hook for the song. But now I write. Now when I'm doing session, especially the stuff that I do with Ian, yes, I write. Generally, if someone hires me for a session and they just have the music and they have no idea what they want, I like to write then, because then I can control how I sing, you know. And if I hear it and it comes to automatically, then that's it. It's easy to sort of finish, you know. Not that I'm trying to write something so deep as to be the song of the year or anything. I just like something that I like, and hopefully, if you're paying for it, you like it. So, but yeah, I do a lot more writing now than I did before. I didn't have the opportunity with prior to Ian. Definitely didn't have the opportunity when you're being hired as a session. You know, you know your role.
Yeah.
And when you're hired to do live backing vocals, obviously there's no writing or anything there. Because I used to do that Case to Soul weekend. Oh no.
Case to Soul.
Case to Soul weekends. Oh, they have them down south. All the soul legends come over from the States, and oh gosh.
No, I've not heard of that one.
That's not well. Northern Soul, you know, it's really big.
Yeah.
And you'd have a lot of people from here, this area, come down to those Case to Soul weekends. That was absolutely fantastic.
I think my wife used to go to some of them. She's into it. She's really into Northern Soul.
The very first one that I went to, it was really strange because we drove onto this park, and it was like a holiday camp, but they had these little caravans, and for me being from the States, I know they say everything is always bigger over there, but the caravans that people were living in were like little ones that we would hitch up to go somewhere for the weekend,
like
not
a
something
washing machine.
right, you know. And I'm like, oh, but they were really nice. It was fantastic, and the atmosphere was great there, and I got a chance to sing backing vocals for, you know, a lot of the old greats, Gene Chandler and Chuck Jackson, Gene Carn, and David Ruffin. It was just, it was absolutely brilliant, because these were the people that I grew up listening to, because my mom just loved Gene Chandler. Oh, that's the Rainbow Man. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever, you know, as long as they pay me, Ma, I don't have any problem with them, you know. But yeah, those are I did everything session wise, you know. So I told you I can ramble on and on.
This is what we want.
I love that.
What was Limmy's Cooking Kitchen?
Limmy's Family Cooking.
Limmy's Family Cooking.
Limmy's Family Cooking. That was a group that had a hit in the UK. Actually, I think they had more than one, because we did 2 singles by them. But the big hit that they had was Walking Miracle. And the agency that I worked through had the rights to put out an act under that name. And so it was me, a girlfriend of mine, Gina Brown, hello Gina, from Ipswich, and we had to audition and get another girl for the group. So wound up, and it was 3 girls, and we went out and we toured all over England. It was mainly a old soul rhythm and blues show that we did a lot of pop stuff, a lot of old soul, Motown, and everything like that. It's a fantastic show. I mean, almost every place that we played at, we had to go back. They just loved us to death. But yeah, we went out as Limmy's Family Cooking. Prior to coming over here, I never heard of them before in my life, so there you go. I was grateful for the work. I'll take it.
So I think this is to some degree, again, this is something I was kind of speaking offline about, where you see sort of like today's fascination with the youth about sort of instant fame and celebrity, and I don't necessarily know why I want to be famous or in what capacity I want to find fame.
Be seen and
I want to sing, money. Exactly. And then we've got these sort of no-name shows that we won't mention, and then you've got people just tend to forget that you've got to put the groundwork in, I think, behind the scenes, and you've got to sort of tour, do these clubs, take the breaks, get broken, and all the rest of it, and persevere. And what impresses me the most is, again, it's I said this to you before, but it's true. It's like that perseverance, the dedication, the tenacity. There's something different about certain people, which, you know, I think you've got inside you as well, because you're still here, you're still banging it, you're still kicking it, you're still screaming it and shouting it, and it's just, you know, definitely to your credit, what is it about people like you that makes you still want to actually do this and put yourself through it, you know?
I love what I do. I love what I do. I think I am really blessed, especially now at 53 years old, having sort of been bedridden for 2 years. Oh, I am truly blessed, and I really enjoy singing. I really enjoy performing. I enjoy sending and giving and receiving every aspect of this business, you know. If they need 48 hours, they got 48 hours. If you need, you know, my life, you got it, because I'm hooked, you know. I love it. Yeah. I like going out, doing the shows. I like preparing for the shows. I like the interview. I mean, I really am, I'm blessed, and I like it all. And I like singing. I like having something. It's like, how do I want to put this? It's sort of like leaving my footprints.
Yeah, I get
you know. And as far as I'm concerned, I haven't really left any footprints yet. I still got a lot more to do.
There's a lot of walk left.
A lot more to do, you know. And again, just enjoy doing what I do. You know, it runs in the family as well, so that helps. And I have a lot of support. I have a lot of support from my mom to my boys to my family, my UK family here, and fans and friends. It's just great. But, you know, I know what you mean when you say they don't put the hard work in, they don't put the groundwork in, and then they become famous, and you see. Yeah. And unfortunately, you find a lot of them lose their way. They're easily swayed by the bling and everything else and the false friends and whatnot. Yeah. And then, you know, you get some of them that they have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. They go off the rails, you know. Yeah. And not having someone there to tell you, no, you're being stupid, or you're being, you know. Yeah. There's some other words that I could say, but, you know.
There's a lack of life experience in some of these cats, and they're, you know, young, vulnerable, easily exposed and all this. And you see it, you see these guys who sort of like win it and sort of fall by the wayside. But again, I guess it's the same sort of like in the scene as well. You look back over sort of time back to the late 80s through the 90s, and, you know, there's been thousands of sort of similar outfits who've come, made a little impact, maybe 3 releases or whatever, and never gone again. But yeah, you guys, this is again getting back to my point. You guys are still here, still doing it, still kicking it.
And a lot of that is Ian's credit, because he has never stopped. He has always kept going, kept making music. He's got, bless his heart, he's got a name for everything. You know, if it's Hollywood Hills, Dancing Divas, and he's literally kept busy the whole time, as well as going out and doing PAs. Under Dream Frequency, even when I could not come over to do that. A lot of so it's really special when I get to come over, obviously, and he prefers it when I'm here. But to his credit, he's kept Dream Frequency, you know, in the hearts and minds and sights of everybody that really like Dream Frequency.
And especially now, it's sort of paid dividends as well for the last couple of years, the way that the scene sort of took off again. And
Finally.
It's almost like, where have you been? Welcome back. You know what I mean? It's not like, who's these cats? You know, isn't it?
Oh, well, it's nice when we go out now here. Oh, 17 years ago, I saw you. Yeah. I mean, you get that, and it's fantastic, you know.
So to anyone who's never seen Dream Frequency do a PA, what's it actually like? Then go and describe it for us from what you think that the people get out of it and what you guys sort of give into it. Because I know you're giving it all like you said, but what's it actually like, that experience?
Well,
from then and now.
Okay, well, let me first say that originally, when we would go out on the road, it was absolutely spectacular. You would not see a show like that, because we had the visuals, from masks to costumes to a little Buddha on the front of the stage and everything, and between the lights and everything else, the pyro outfits, you know, that the dancers wore, everything. And Karen, who was the manager then, did a lot of the costumes and all that. So we just had a lot of different themes throughout the show. Then you have this fantastic vocalist to come on and give, you know, and give her everything and get the crowd going. And honestly, we just kept them pumped up the whole time. Just when you thought you couldn't just go any higher, another track comes in and it's like, that's it. Oh,
on another level.
Yes, right. And that's, you know, we're still like that now, but we lack the visual. We're not more so with the visual now.
Yeah.
It's more so definitely music, eye contact, just, that hands up in the air is still there.
Yeah.
But we don't have as much visual now. The visual is more so focused on me.
Good for you.
And back in the day, like when Feel So Real was released, that actually got into the UK charts, didn't it?
No, and Take Me, don't get it twisted.
But did you ever get a chance to go on anything like Top of the Pops or anything like that?
Yes, we did, and I must say, prior to that going on Top of the Pops, when they used to have it and you would have to mime.
Yeah.
On Top of the Pops. Yeah. And I was like, oh, these people, they get on there and they can't sing, la la la, And then they changed it so you had to sing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, if I ever get on there, I'm going to show them. Well, guess what happened? We got the opportunity to do Top of the Pops. However, we didn't know in advance that we were going to do Top of the Pops. Hence, I wouldn't have given it my all in all at the gig of the night, the day and a half before.
Yeah.
And I literally lost my voice.
Okay.
And when we got to the studio, I was like, and he was like, can we do it? I was like, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
So wasn't just...
Oh, I tried everything. Ooh. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to do it. And we got there, and as we're filming and mic checks and all that, I kept having to sing so that they can make sure they got everything straight.
Oh, yeah, with the levels.
Exactly. And so, needless to say, I did not give my best performance of Feel So Real. So I am determined that I'm going to, and you don't have it anymore. You don't have it anymore.
Well, we have a Channel 4 version.
Whatever you have, I am going to redeem myself one of these days. See when I say that my footprints aren't out yet?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I did a version of the Feel So Real, and it's just a little, actually, it's more like what I sound like now. So, but yeah, we've done Top of Pops. There's video out there.
We'll check that one out.
But it was nice. It was nice to do.
It was an experience.
And then they had, oh gosh, what's that guy? The Pete Waterman.
Yeah.
The Hitman and Her.
Yeah, Hitman and Her.
He started hounding you.
Yeah, we did a few of those, and stuff like that, so.
It was a good little show that back in the day, watching it early hours in the morning.
I know.
They had some from Bowlers, didn't they, one time? I remember seeing Wally, I think it was on there, or Nipper or somewhere, back in about 92, 93. He had a bit of a skirmish, or what shall we say, with the mainstream and a certain lady in America as well, and at one point, I believe, on a record label. Is that something you...
What, a war of words? Something like that. But then again, I stand by my position to this day. Yeah, he's talking about Madonna with the Maverick label, when she came out with the Maverick label. And actually, by this time, I was back in the U.S. And Ian gave me a call and said, Debbie, you got to come over. Madonna wants to sign. I said, oh, yeah, okay, right, yeah, right. He goes, no, really? And I go, really? He goes, really? I was like, okay. And at the time, I thought, nah, okay. All right. But I came over. Now, I thought, let me not tell him. And he go, oh, what are you talking about? I was pregnant. Okay? I was only 3 months pregnant, but I was pregnant. And me not thinking that would be an issue, I said to Ian, well, yeah, no problem, great. There was some remixes that we had to do on the single before it was going to be released, and sign the papers and all that sort of stuff. And for whatever reason, Ian felt compelled to mention to the record label that, well, Debbie's pregnant. And anyway, and their response was, we'll either shit or get off the pot. When he told me that, I said, what? And he repeated it, and I said, well, they can kiss my black ass. And that was the quote that went out. That was the quote that went out. But I must say, the quote didn't go out until after they got off the pot. But I just thought, at the time she didn't have any kids or anything else like that. But I'm like, well, what does that have to do with anything, you know? And they also, what made it even worse was they actually signed The Prodigy as well. Yeah. All of this was done at the same time. And now I look at them and I go, oh, wow. Oh, wow. And then I look at her and I just want to. you know, but you know they won't let me near her.
So in the US, Prodigy actually got signed up on the right.
Yes,
so
and they are just fantastically out there now.
Yeah.
You know.
You toured with the Prodigy back in the days, all in Australia, didn't you?
Yes, we were. We did a tour. In fact, we did a tour of Australia. I think we were there for just over a month, but we had like 8 dates that we did with the Prodigy.
Yeah.
They loved us. I mean, we did from one end of Australia to the other, and we spent Christmas traveling on a bus. And we pulled over on the highway and had a picnic for Christmas with the Christmas crackers and hats and everything. That was our Christmas in Australia.
Yeah.
But I can honestly, but the New Year was fantastic because we had our private plane and we flew from one part. We brought the New Year in at one area and they flew us to another one and we brought the New Year in again.
Nice.
Oh, that's
twice in one night. That's an experience.
And the video, you should see the video we got for that. It's like me going, "Welcome to my world." Yeah, that didn't happen often.
I still want to see the faces of someone who's just driving through some sort of desert highway in Australia.
Like a deja vu.
Two flints on the side of the road with Leroy and Liam and the guys from Dream Frequency. What's going on here?
With the paper hats and everything, yeah, that was Christmas. But you do it because you love it.
I would do it if I didn't like it. Go to Australia for
oh,
Christmas.
and I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if they're as playful as they were, but oh my gosh, we stayed at this one hotel, and you know how they have the they have like the fire hoses.
Yeah.
And you come out, oh my God, everywhere, and you know a black woman doesn't like to get her hair messed up. Oh gosh, it was terrible. Oh, they just completely tore us to shreds. They won that one. That's all right, you guys.
That's great.
You owe me a wig. You owe me a wig even from then. Oh, you owe me a wig.
Have you seen them recently at all?
No, I haven't. But Ian's been to a concert and got to go backstage and see him again and everything. So yeah, he's seen him. I haven't. Actually, they're like away at the moment.
Yeah.
In Russia or somewhere.
Ah.
They did a tour here, didn't they?
They've done one recently.
Was that 3 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was when he
when they first come back out of into the limelight again.
Yeah, but no, I haven't actually seen their new.
So did you tussle or tour with any of the other sort of PAs from back in the day, like Enjoy or the likes of who? Oh gosh.
Shades of Rhythm.
Shades of Rhythm. Still going now, aren't they?
Shades of Rhythm. Yeah, because I won't say tussle, but Otis, one of the dancers that came to us, he used to be with Shades of Rhythm.
Ooh, controversy.
Yeah, we like Otis. Hi, Otis.
And look, I was looking through some of your other releases as well, because obviously, you know, to your credit, you've been around for time, and that's not offensive in saying that at all.
That's fine.
So I'm always curious to know as well, from the artist's perspective as well, sort of the works that might not be the big, the big works that are, but personally, what are the important ones to you, or the ones where you think, yeah, you know, that's captured the essence of me, or for whatever reason it kicks and I like it?
One of the first things that comes to mind is the Raw Band.
Right.
Richard Hewson from the Raw Band. I've worked with him a lot, and we've done a fair few singles. Ron St. Louis, he's another one. I mean, it's working with certain people just brings certain things out of you, you know. Yeah. And some people can somehow bring things out of you that you
don't really want.
You didn't think you had. You know,
getting the genie at the bottom.
Oh right, so, yeah.
And Ian is another one that does that with me, you know. But Richard definitely, I learned a lot working with him. As far as what I thought I was able to vocally do and not do, and I'll forever be grateful for him for that. But we did a fair few singles that came through, and a couple of them did okay. More dance stuff. And Ron St. Louis, the Creations was the
what sort of style of music was that? The raw stuff.
Well, do you remember the Across the Moon? That's the hit that they had. It was really, I call it really airy, flighty, poppy.
Right.
I know, but to me it's like airy, poppy, sort of. But if you listen to my vocals on them, then Rising Star was one of the singles that I did with the Raw Band, and that did pretty good, dance chart wise. Some of the other stuff, it was more it was more jazz pop, because he's an excellent musician. Keyboards, trumpets, sax, all that he plays. So, but we did a lot of. I mean, he directs orchestras, so, and he was able to bring out a lot of different styles that I didn't think I was that good at, you know. And in the end, I like that.
I think in your youth as well, I saw you saying something about your brother was it Don? Danny was a big influence on you, and also sort of on the rock tip. And I don't think I've ever heard you rip it in a sort of in a rock ferocious vocal. Is there any sort of recorded matter in that?
Not really. See, that's the thing. You know, I go where the paycheck goes. You know, hey, people will say, "Oh, what do you sing?" Whatever pays well.
Yeah.
You know, and the only time I ever got a chance to do any rock like anything was when I actually contributed to the show as such, you know, and then just depends on the show as far as how much, you know, I could bring out. The closest thing that I could do most of the time, things like Tina Marie, Lover Girl. Oh, you can't see this because you're already. Oh, absolutely fantastic. You know, that's my sort of bringing rock out, you know. But yeah, no.
I was going to ask you, have you ever done anything with like any strings or anything like that? Any singing with strings or quartets or anything?
Yes.
Right. So that was actually with.
Exactly. Again, he brought out things that I did not. Oh no, I can't do that. And he goes, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Listen to this, and yes, you can. And I learned to not say never.
That's something I wouldn't mind listening to. That.
Really?
I'm a lover of strings and stuff, and it's like funnily enough, on the way here, I was listening to a Bjork track, and it was like with string and stuff like that. Just
but it's out there. I've got some out there.
Oh, I have to look out for it. You have to give me all the details before you go.
Okay, no problem. YouTube. Oh, I'm telling you, I find some of my. This is how I found a lot of things that I lost over the years. You know, I like my kids. Oh, bless their little hearts.
Hey, Mum, have you found this?
Oh, you know,
seen this?
when you think you have something safely tucked away, and you don't think anything of it, and the little buggers have messed up my records. You know, it's like, oh. So yes, I've got and a lot of stuff on tape. Like we used to, you know.
I've got so
I've got a
many.
bunch of tapes.
Yes, my son keeps looking at them and saying, "What are these, Dad?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
to anyone listening who doesn't know what a tape is, look it up on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, I was even explaining to him that there was an 8-track before that, and he's like, "What?" And he said, "Is that big?"
That's right. And you had to listen to the whole thing. You couldn't skip. You had to listen. And in fact, Ian and I were having a conversation. We were listening to some UB40 because I love UB40.
Oh yes. And
we were going on about the Earth That Screaming and everything else, and we're saying that, you know, I know all the songs on that album because you listened to back then. You listened to the whole album.
Yeah.
Then, well, you listened to the whole side. Then you turned it over and you listened to the other side.
Yeah.
Now you got the CDs. You put them in. You pick.
Yeah,
I'm not saying, but you
shuffle.
can really appreciate a group when you listen to it like that, and you listen to all of it. You know, concept albums and things like that. Anyway, that's just me. I like it.
I think you wanted to speak about forgive my pronunciation. Sarcoidosis as well.
Yes.
What's all that about then, Debbie?
Just to let you know, I am a sarcoidosis survivor. Sarcoidosis is a let me spell it first because I want you to go and look it up. You know, if you're interested in it, because you'd be surprised how many people may be suffering from it that you don't realize. Anyway, it's SARCOIDOSIS. Sarcoidosis is how you pronounce it, and it is a disease that generally affects the person between the ages of 20 and 40. That's the first strange thing.
Right.
Second, it's not, as people believe, an African American. It's more because it's more prevalent here, in England, Sweden, Japan has the highest rate.
Wow.
If it affects a gentleman, as in a male, then they tend to have worse reaction. as the female. Now, what does it do? It can affect any part of your body, and it can masquerade as lots of diseases out there. So you have people that are being treated for leukemia and they don't have it. They're being treated for lupus and they don't have it, you know. And it's not always easy to detect. People just don't know enough about it, and we don't know how to get rid of it. So the first thing that I want to say is, if you have anybody that says that they're tired a lot and their muscles ache and they just don't have that energy, and this has gone on for quite a while, they need to be tested. It could be, when I was initially diagnosed, I had 4 of the 8 symptoms that you have for being HIV, full-blown AIDS. And it literally can cause skin rashes, bad liver, bad lungs. In my case, it was the lungs. And as a singer, I need my lungs, you know. And got to the point where I literally could not breathe unaided. I needed inhalers and everything else. But it also makes you tired. And when you can't move and you can't get up.
Chronic fatigue type thing.
And another thing with me was the addition of rheumatoid arthritis. Now, the treatment for sarcoidosis is steroids, which is another issue.
Which is a weight gainer.
It's a weight gainer. It's a moon face maker. But it also, continued use of steroids.
Not good for your liver, your kidneys.
Not good for your liver, kidneys, and it also messes with your immune system. And one of our biggest advocates for sarcoidosis was Bernie Mac, the comedian, and American comedian, and he passed a few years ago from complications. As they say, sarcoidosis won't kill you, but the medicine you take for it will, or either
it's the same in other illnesses, unfortunately.
And you know, since being diagnosed with sarcoidosis, I became a diabetic, as well as high blood pressure, from having to take steroids for such a long while. So, and even now you sort of hear me, you know, because I need my pump. And that's the thing that I wanted to say. For anybody that's suffering with sarcoidosis, go online. There's help out there for you. If you think you might have it, or if you know, there's help out there for you. I am also available because I do a support, and anybody, DebbieSharp at live.com, whether you're suffering or you have a family member that's suffering, can get you in touch with a support group that will, whether you're in the U.S. or the U.K., because I was actually diagnosed first here.
In the UK.
Yes, and again, ever so appreciative. When I do gigs, I sort of like to give it a shout out as well. And for all of my sarcoidosis sufferers out there, what?
But sometimes that's the way you've got to live. You've got to look at the positive of things.
You have to. I mean, you could just, I could say, oh well, I won't bother. But you know, again, I love doing what I do. I love being able to do it. Now, sometimes I can't. You know, unfortunately, sometimes the disease takes a hold, and I can't do it. But if generally, if I can get up and get out, I'm going to do something. You know, so just to give a little bit of hope to all those that's out there. I didn't think 4 years ago, I didn't think I'd be at this point, and I'm grateful to be back. You know, I may not be as brilliant as I used to in one way, but I make up for it.
One thing I wanted to ask you was, you mentioned about the UK and Australia. Did you back home? Did you ever do anything back home?
Dream Frequency, actually, only twice. We played in Florida 2 times. That was the first time. It was an MTV thing, and we were just outside of Orlando. And that was fantastic. It was a huge do, and my parents actually got there. Okay, now here's one of those rock and roll stories, right? I'm in a trailer. They literally had us sharing a huge trailer with the other artists and everything, right? And my parents drove up, and they came into the dressing room, and I didn't realize that they were there. But anyway, they came into the dressing room, and it's like, oh my goodness, this smell! Oh God, the whole trailer was full of weed. It's just you could not escape it. It was like, and I go, oh my God, it's my mom. my mom and my dad. Oh. And the good thing was I wasn't smoking because I was with child. Yeah, but the contact alone was enough. So it's like, no, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. You can't bring my mom in here. I can't stay in here. That was fantastic. Oh, gosh. We got that on video. Oh, gosh. I could blackmail my mom. But yeah, we did Florida twice.
Yeah.
Now that is something that I would like to be able to do. Yeah, but literally my professional career has been UK based.
Yeah. So, but also as well, going back home, your friends and your family can all come and experience you.
All that too, yeah, and come criticize and all that stuff.
Oh, I get that often.
Oh gosh, well, and for some of them, it's different music. They don't understand. Why are you singing like that? What's that music? All that noise.
Yeah.
That's what my mom. It's like a lot of noise.
That's what my dad says.
So.
Yeah.
The boom boom.
Yeah, turn that music down.
You have to appreciate it.
Been there.
But you sound like, talking about that as well, saying that your career pretty much predominantly has been UK based on our shores. How does that make you feel when you look at somebody, I don't know, like Martha Wash or something like that in the States, or sort of the Jocelyn Browns of the world or something like that? Are you happy with your sort of English lot, or do you think, oh no, if I could do it again, I would make a sort of
if I could write the story out, I sure would write a better story. Think about it. To their credit, they deserve everything that they get. Those are fantastic vocalists, And in fact, to be perfectly honest, they were robbed in the beginning. It shouldn't take
the money was taken.
And you shouldn't have to hide under another name.
Yeah.
It shouldn't make a difference what you look like, should it?
No.
Your vocals are your vocals. Again, but that was a record label sort of, and we know how they are and how they behave.
I'll get something for you.
Ooh, you can't see this, but I can. We got things falling down in here.
Will that go in there?
Sorry, but
is it working?
See, anyone else would probably not say anything, but they got me in here. So
We've got a studio falling apart.
And these things happen.
This is 103.6 FM Tameside Radio. We are having technical difficulties.
But we're also having a good time.
Yeah.
Here, let me move up. There we go. All right.
Can we see you still on there?
Oh, yes, I'm still
She's
here.
still there.
She's still.
I think you just touch on something else as well. I think you mentioned very briefly before that Ian's got a new label coming out, Maison Records, is it?
Yes, well, funny you should say Maison, because we had that little, when I first saw it, and I thought, oh, it's a house with the M in the middle, I said, so Ian, how did you get Mason? Maison. I said, well, I just said Mason because it's Masonette,
Yeah.
But Maison Records House.
Right.
That's his new house record label.
Like a bit of French touch.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, wait, but anyway, Maison Records, and the first single will be one that I've written and done, and that'll be coming out soon. As he's so happy. Oh, we got Beatport now. So it's just a matter of maybe a week or two, and hopefully that single will be released.
And somewhere in our sunny shores, you're filming a video for it this Saturday, I believe, as well.
Oh, yes, we are.
But Ian's looking forward to that one.
Yeah, we've had that discussion. He doesn't like the camera. He likes to shy away from the camera, and I love the camera, and I think the camera loves me. So
modest, isn't she?
So I'm more than been ready to start videoing, but I'm like, well, if it's gonna be the first one coming out on the label, don't you think you should? And you contributed to the song, obviously. Don't you think you should be in the video? And he's like, no. I said, even if we just have your hands and your feet or something. So
you'll get a hand model.
I've got a couple of concepts. I got a couple of concepts of where he can, at least the back of him or the legs or something. So that might have to put a name tag on there saying it's Ian. Yeah. But we're not sure where we're videoing. So. If you're in Manchester, more than likely it'll probably be somewhere in Manchester, because I know one of the things that we will be doing is going into the city center and doing some sort of live, because I'm crazy like that, and I shall be walking up to strangers, and singing a couple of lines to them to get their reaction. So that's going to be great.
Yeah.
And I'm
and
sure.
are they going to be edited, do you think?
Yes, well, if obviously if they don't want to, you know, if somebody's in the wrong place at the wrong time, then they won't give that permission. But that's why we're gonna use as many people as possible, and hopefully it'll come out nice, you know.
I see some local faces then.
Yeah.
Yes, and places.
You have to tell me where you're going to be.
Well, I just said this. What, town center, city center? We're gonna be in the city center in Manchester.
So watch out, Manchester, Saturday.
I'm not sure where, but you know, if I can blag some free clothes and stuff like that, it might be in a shop. You never know. I'm just
I might pop down to Manchester, go shopping this weekend.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But yes, we will. Actually, I will post on Facebook the bits and pieces, because we do want, you know, if somebody wants to come, and we do want people to come, obviously.
Cool.
So I will be posting that on Facebook.
We're in that,
yeah, we're looking out for that one.
All right.
And if anybody else wants to find out any information about more releases, live gigs, information about Dream Frequency, hello.
There we go. The
Call
phone.
my phone.
Welcome to Tameside Radio. Simi, Jase Crawley, and
Oh gosh! Believe it or not, look.
Ian Bland's calling in live.
Oh, and I missed it.
He was calling.
He was calling in live. Oh, bless his heart.
Oh, we didn't know where you were, if you were safe. Did you get to the studio all right? Did it exist?
Was it really there? Have you been kidnapped?
Shall we? We might as well, huh? Hold on. Hello, Bland Man. Yes, dear. Yes, I know the really nice pictures that I did with the leopard skin background. Where can you download a big... You know, I'm having a radio interview right at this moment. No, he said something I can't repeat. Honestly, I am not, I told you. You said, oh no, you go.
Put it
and
on
I'm here.
speakerphone.
Hold on, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone. How do I do that? Hold on, wait a minute. Which one is speakerphone?
It's usually the bottom corner, isn't it?
That was
All
silent,
right, go
isn't
ahead.
it?
I don't know.
That's silent, yeah, I think.
This is something that I get just to get calls on.
Is it the middle one?
Options?
I don't know. Can you
Speaker
hear me,
on.
Ian?
Ian.
No one.
I was getting by the mic. How are you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm actually just ringing here. I'm just doing some artwork for this Hollywood Hills track that you sang on. So that's what I was thinking about. I didn't realise you were doing it.
What, the new single, Can't Live Without You?
Yeah, that would be the new single, Can't Live Without You.
Is that the one coming out on Mason Records?
That's the one.
Hey, that sounds like a pop hit. You should have got yourself down here, Ian. The things that this lady's been saying about you, mate, behind your back, but we've recorded every word, so...
Evidence.
It doesn't matter, it's all true.
So is there anything I think we're nearly wrapping up time now, so is there anything that you want to sort of say about Dream Frequency to your fans, to anything else? About Miss Sharp herself, anything?
I love you all, darling.
Isn't that beautiful?
And I've given him your...
Dream Frequency, oh my god. Yeah, just too much love to go out there to all the people who followed us from day one. And thank God every day. What a blessing. Seriously, I am a raver at heart, and you know, I'll always be a raver at heart. And Dream Frequency is my whole life. So yeah, thank you.
Well,
Thank
you too. We've tried our best to look after your African queen this evening as well.
Debbie, my African queen.
Told you.
Right, I'll pass you back to Debbie anyway, but
Thank you very much for...
cheers. Take it easy. Ian.
See you later.
And I'll send you the picture when I get out. Bye.
Oh, one more thing.
I don't ever get a break.
I think I'm pretty wrapped up for that. Is there
You're
anything
pretty
else?
wrapped up?
Anything else
Is
that
there
you want to
is there anything
mention
else that you-
that we've not? Because obviously we're editing.
Well,
it,
again,
so-
I want to say thank you very much to everybody that comes on Facebook and even looks at anything that I put up, let alone respond to. And I will see you all with the next venture, and see you all on Saturday
On Saturday.
for the video shoot that's going to be in Manchester City Center. I want to say we'll definitely be there for 2 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Not sure, but we'll be posting it on Facebook. And you never know, we might just be too many people.
It might be a
just
flash
crazy.
mob.
Oh, hey.
Dream frequency flash mob.
I've never been in a flash mob.
Well, there you go. There's your opportunity. Do you use Twitter?
Yes.
There you go. Then. Where's the excuse?
Aye. Boom. Oh, that's what I forgot. My Scotland beer. Boom. There's your dinner. Facebook.
And I
You
think
gotta be there.
before we were so rudely interrupted by Ian as well, I think I was asking you where people could find that information for Dream Frequency, just for future gigs and releases and stuff. Where's the best place?
Okay, all right. No, again, you should have asked Ian, because there's an agency that we go, and I can't remember the name of them because I don't, I just go where I'm told.
Follow you on
yes,
Facebook,
but you can
and you'll
follow
see
me
it.
on Facebook, and that's Miss Debbie Sharp on Facebook. You can't. There's a lot of other Debbie Sharps, but I'm the only black, beautiful one with white hair. So, so follow me on Facebook. I'll see you soon. I've got YouTube, funny little clips. You say that you like some of those
marriage
things.
clips.
We do, yeah. People think Ian and I are a couple or whatnot because we are at each other. You never know. You might see us on TV the way that we keep going on. Because everybody loves those little quips there, and he is such an idiot.
To put it to the point.
He is. Oh God, he's forever got that iPod. He puts glasses on his dogs. And please don't get me started. So yeah.
Okay, well, Debbie Sharp.
And Twitter me.
Thank you very much for your time tonight,
thank you
and
very much for joining us.
I'm
good
glad.
luck with the Can't Live Without You new release, which you can get on Beatport on Maison Records.
Right. And you can be in the video on Saturday.
Yes, get down there.
Aye.
Thank you very much for coming
Cheers, Debbie.
You're welcome.
Very nice.
Pleasure.
My pleasure, guys.
Right, do you want to say I don't for your radio?
I'm just trying to think whether she should sing it or if she would be up to that.
Okay, give me a piece of paper because
I'll write down what I
Okay.
need. And
there you go. Now you know. All right, hold on. Before you do that, could I get another cup of tea, please?
of course you can. What I'll do is I'll pause this, and then what I'll do is I'll put the.
Are you still recording on yours?
Oh, I'll pause it too. See, that wasn't so